1.
Hello, my name is Matthew Yoder, candidate number 1724, and this is my presentation on how technology can fight human trafficking. First of all, let's establish what human trafficking is. According to the United States Department of Justice, human trafficking can be defined as a crime that involves compelling or coercing a person to provide labor or services or to engage in commercial sexual acts. In essence, a modern-day form of involuntary servitude or slavery. In North Carolina, it is a trafficking hotspot because of its proximity to three major interstates: Interstate 77, Interstate 85, and Interstate 95. And the intersection of Interstate 77 and 85 lies Charlotte. Charlotte is one of the top cities in the United States for human trafficking. WSOC-TV, which is a local North Carolina news source, reported that there were 125 trafficking suspects arrested in 2019. Additionally, from the World Population Review, North Carolina ranked 9th out of 50 states in the nation for human trafficking cases. Additionally, in the town of Davidson, which is about 10 miles from our testing center, there was a salon owner who was sentenced to 15 years in prison for assaulting and psychologically abusing a 57-year-old woman inside of their business. Across the nation, the Trafficking Institute reports that California, Texas, and Florida have the highest number of trafficking cases per year, and Mississippi having the highest trafficking rate per 10,000 people. Rhode Island has the lowest trafficking rates and numbers of all the 50 states. Nationwide, there were almost 1,200 people convicted of trafficking in 2020, which was an 84% increase from the past decade. And that chart right there demonstrates the demographics of the victims of trafficking in North Carolina, in the nation. Globally speaking, 20% of victims involved in human trafficking are children, while 80% involve sexual exploitation. The map on the right shows the countries which reported human trafficking cases in 2020, and they're highlighted in blue, while the graph down here demonstrates the number of global trafficking victims per 100,000 people. The reason that it tapers off in 2020 is because of the COVID-19 pandemic, when people were less likely to go outside and thus get trafficked. However, this has ushered in a new wave of online trafficking, which includes things like cybersex, online recruitment and exploitation, and laundering money through cryptocurrency, which makes it easier to transact money. So far, although not much has been done technology-wise, there have been a couple of significant acts that have been passed by world governments. The United States signed the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, which focused on preventing, protecting, and prosecuting. And this was reauthorized 6 times since it was signed in 2000, the most recent being in 2018. Cambodia passed the Law on Suppression of Human Trafficking and Sexual Exploitation, which aimed to suppress human trafficking and sexual exploitation cases in the country, and this was signed in 2008. And finally, South Korea passed both the Punishment of Acts Arranging Sexual Traffic and the Labor Standards Act, both passed in 2015, which increased the penalty for sexual trafficking and created working standards which more outline what human trafficking is and isn't. So I have came up with 4 possible solutions to this problem utilizing technology, which is especially important because of the new wave of online human trafficking that has become prevalent in the 2020s. Firstly, using social media to spread awareness of suspects or victims. Since the youth are one of the largest demographics that need to be informed of human trafficking, social media is the best way to get them involved and spread awareness. And since traffickers use social media to find their victims, it can be used against them to prosecute them. Secondly, creating local online trafficking reporting databases is a great way to spread awareness and inform the public on a local level. However, this can be ranging from anywhere from neighborhoods to towns to entire states. Third is improving detection for fake websites, job offers, and advertisements, since that's one of the main methods that traffickers use to exploit their victims. This could include job sites requiring more valid verification, possibly background checks, and maybe ushering in AI to be used to help better detect fake job offers. And finally, is increasing the use of digital forensics to identify victims and suspects. We have advanced digital forensics in many countries that can be used to track potential suspects and victims. This can include face detection, phone or other device tracking, and combing through browsing data. And again, AI can also be used for better facial recognition patterns.